Welcome to the Extra Pass podcast presented by Chemist Warehouse. I'm your host, Brad Newley. I'm back in the chair after a week off. My favourite man over there, Benny Hopkins, took care of the job in Perth. Well done, Ben. And today I'm joined by a special guest, Ian Clark. Clarky, welcome to the Extra Pass podcast.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you having me.
What's been happening, man? Back in Melbourne? Settling in?
Yeah, settling in, man. New spot in Brighton.
You moved?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Brighton, good beat town.
Don't make too much noise, man. There's kids in that neighborhood.
Yeah. No, all good, man. I'm loving being back. Obviously back with the guys, kind of the same group. But getting to know Whitey and Marcus has been cool too. So
you hadn't played with those two before, so it's been good to watch. I see a little connection between yourself and Marcus as well.
Yeah,
you guys starting to play right together.
Yeah, definitely. He's easy to throw it to.
Just goes and gets
athletic. Yeah, for sure.
Just as long as he knows it's a basketball, not a volleyball. he's a dual sport athlete.
Yeah.
So we're 2 rounds in, man. 2-1 record. How do you feel so far about where we're at?
I feel good. It would be a bad thing if we were playing our best basketball right now. So that's the good thing about it. Obviously, you want to win every game, but you're not going to go undefeated. So being able to, come back, watch film, and kind of learn and try to grow each game and each week, each practice has been good for us. And just like I said before, even though we got a lot of guys back, we got some different lineups. So trying to get that continuity with different lineups and different schemes that we have has been good.
Yeah, he's been a little bit flexible. I guess like last year we ran the table pretty much all year, didn't we? And we kind of, in a way, we ran out of juice late. So in a way, it'd be good if we come home peaking in a way. So yeah, playing your best ball early is probably not necessarily the best way to go about it. Yeah. The throwdown Thursday night. Tell us about that.
It was fun. A lot of green.
Did you hear the fans?
I definitely heard them.
The Melbourne chants?
Heard the Melbourne fans up top, man. It was great having them there and having the support. Obviously, we know they're going to come out and show up. But, obviously playing Southeast is throwdown's a pretty big deal, obviously. And
it's a new kind of lineup too.
Yeah, different team for them, which is, they're hard to guard. They got guys that can stretch the floor and shoot it and very dynamic. So, they came out really hot and we had to weather the storm a little bit. Yeah. But I think we obviously came out of hand.
I didn't do much homework on. Now I'm in the office. I don't do too much scouting or anything like that. But their imports look pretty solid.
No, they are.
You have a relationship with one of them, right? You played together somewhere?
No, we never played together.
You knew each other or something?
We got some mutual friends. I played with shout out to K Felder. We played together in China when I played in China a few years. So and him and Derek Walden are pretty close. Just got that connection there and knowing that he's had the same thing playing as he played in Sydney.
Both
Sydney guys, and he went over and played in China as well. So got the connection there, but he's a good dude.
How was his experience?
I think the same.
We don't need to talk about yours.
Yeah, we didn't talk about mine, but
I'm 2 months of quarantine total or something.
Too long.
Too long in the quarantine. We won't go back on that one.
Yeah.
Now the road trip down to Tassie, ran into a tough one. Talk to me about that.
It's always, I feel like we played them so many times.
It looks so physical, man. It looks so physical.
Yeah.
On the TV.
It's one of those hard fought games. We knew they're going to come out juice with the banner night. It's a big night for them. And, it's just, I think we had that duel with them. It's becoming to a big rivalry between the two, as much as we probably don't want to say it. But, it is what it is.
You don't want to build it up too much, otherwise it goes beyond it, right? And you lose your focus.
For sure.
I purposely didn't tune into that game until about 2 minutes in. I didn't want to see any of that ceremony or any of that. That might have given me some sort of PTSD. But it was a tough match. And I was talking to Jay, our strength and conditioning coach, just before I came in here today. He said the loads of that game, like, how we take the load with the catapult, it was like off the charts. It was incredibly physical, that game.
Man, I think that's the, guys coming in and it's already a hostile environment anyway, with their fans and the crowd and everything like that, and it gets loud in there. So trying to match their intensity, knowing that we have to step it up a notch as well. I think that's probably where you get those striking lows from.
Was the floor there a little slippery?
Not in Tassie. In Perth it was.
Certain people just seem to be falling over all the time, man.
Yeah, man. It's just,
they need to get their shoes checked.
Guys falling left and right.
Falling over everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Interesting. We'll leave that one alone. And you got stuck at the airport, man.
Man, second time.
What's going on?
Second time. First time we didn't getting stay that long, leaving going to Perth. But you know, whatever happened with the maintenance issues, shout out to Qantas, man, and make sure we got home safely. It took about 3 hours.
Oh, very good. I heard a little bit of steak was kept you guys occupied.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Now you've come back to Melbourne this year. Talk to me a little bit about your decision about coming back. I know it took a little while. Like I was up there, I heard a few things going on. What was your process? Did you have offers to go elsewhere, other countries? What made you want to come back?
You know, it wasn't like I always felt like I was going to come back. I think kind of my process and how I do things when I go home in the off season is I kind of get away for a while and try to be, you know, regular Ian Clark, not the basketball player.
Yeah.
Be the son, the son Ian, the brother Ian, the partner Ian, and try to live like a regular life as much as possible because we're gone and for so long. Especially last year was my first full season overseas.
Yeah, haven't really done.
So you know, gone for 8 months and being back, you know, I just wanted to kind of digress a little bit and you know let my hair down, but I think just kind of, you know, making sure I had other offers and kind of just, you know, planning those out. But, you know, going to see Dean and Nick in Vegas, you know, watch some of the guys play, watch Joe and A play. We kind of watched their game together and then being able to, you know, come to a conclusion to be able to come back. And I think it was a no-brainer. I think one part of me is, you know, the competitive part of me wants to get the job done.
To get it back.
Yeah. But the other thing was I enjoyed playing basketball here. The guys, you know, welcomed me with open arms last year. It's fun to play with a group of guys that all have the same goal. Yeah. But we enjoy each other, and I think that's the biggest thing. Oh, you're a much loved character here, man, and it's a testament to who you are that you're back and we treat you the way we do. You're just Clarky, you know. Yeah. It's good hanging out with you as a player and now as a not a boss but like an upstairs guy. Yeah. You're one of the easier guys to deal with, you know. So I appreciate that personally. Benny, fantastic guy.
I had a question for you. When you were over at Summer League, is that kind of surreal seeing the guys you played with last year after you've already you've had your time in the NBA and now seeing them over there starting their careers there? Was that a bit of a surreal moment? Yeah, it is, especially, you know, we had to talk all last year about, you know, the potential of those guys with LT and Ariel and even Joe having his shot at it as well. You know, to see the hard work that they put in all throughout the year and the hype that's around them and being able for them to go out there and show their capabilities of being able to play on that level. It was great. And it's, you know, being on the other end of my career and being the older guy now, kind of, it is fun to see those guys go out and make their dreams come true. Have you heard from Ari? I talked to him here and there. He's I haven't really been following it too closely. Is there an update? Have you got like a recent? He's doing training camp, or where's he at? He's with the Knicks. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's with them as far as I know right now. He's been telling me about some of the practices with Tibbs. So, you know, they just made a trade too, didn't they? They got Cat. Yeah. So it's gonna broke up the Villanova. It's gonna be interesting. I think Villanova connection. Yeah, I think Ari have a good. I might get a call up. I see. I'm still on the books, man. Man, you know. I think Ari might get a solid chance. I know one of their bigs, Mitchell Robinson, is hurt. Yeah. So hopefully, I feel like Tibbs would like him too. You know, he's a Tibbs kind of player. Roller. There was a guy he had. Who was the guy he had in Chicago for years? Gibson. Yeah. He was like a roller, shot blocker kind of guy. Yeah. So I think that could be a nice little matchup. Hope so. Do you keep in touch with any other imports that you play with? Yeah. I talked to, some of the guys are still here. Yeah. So it's kind of easy now. Jarrell's back. Jarrell's back in the league. So I've been talking to him a lot and keep up with J.A. and those guys. You know, most of the Sydney guys that I won a championship with. And then, you know, the Adelaide guys with Cleveland and Robert Franks. Those guys too. So. Yeah, but with those guys, shout out to those guys. Where is Cleveland now? He's in Russia. I believe. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Yeah. All right. We're going to come back with a lot more fun stuff after a quick word from our sponsor, Chemist Warehouse. Score yourself a great deal at Chemist Warehouse. Find huge savings on all your favourite brands across vitamins, sports nutrition, fragrances, hair care, plus heaps more. Shop in-store, online, or click and collect at chemistwarehouse.com.au. Well, Balls isn't here this week, so you missed out on Fast Five, unfortunately for you. It's actually becoming incredibly slow Fast Five. It gets every time, it just keeps getting longer and longer. We've got some mailbag questions, plus I might throw in a few curly ones after as well. Nothing too intense though, man, I'm sure. So we've got a question here from Sam on Instagram. Okay.
Jack White said he would participate in a dunk contest if we had an all-star game. Sam wants to know, would you go in the 3-point contest?
I think I would. I probably.
Have you ever been in one?
Yeah, I won in college. We had a senior thing after I got after the season was over, and we had one of like the top college guys.
It's a hard. How do you think you'd get them off on time? Because you got to time it. You only got a minute.
I think
because some guys are great shooters, but they struggle in those kind of situations because of the way they got to adjust.
I think it's one of those things where you definitely have to practice. I didn't practice enough in college, and it's definitely like a timing thing.
Yeah, you got to get your feet right.
Yeah,
and some guys like to get the pass.
Yeah,
I'll tell you a funny story about my 3-point contest experience.
Okay.
When I was playing in Greece, I was like 21 years old, and first game I come out and I hit like 8 threes in my first 3 or 4 games, and the Greek press were like, "Oh my God, this Australian shooter!" Because I was more of a slasher, but I just got hot. Anyway, they put me in the shootout for the All-Star game that year. I think I went 6 of 30.
Oh, really?
So yeah, horrible decision, but fun to be a part of. Hopefully, you would make 8 to 15, maybe. Hopefully 20. Judd Carter on Instagram. Why do you wear number 21?
You know, it's a lot of meanings to it, honestly. But
you always worn 21 in?
I have. Yeah. Started with 00 when I was like a freshman in high school, but after that I went straight to 21.
Yeah.
Kind of more of like my game, my number. I mean, my birth month is 3, so it kind of goes into that. Born in March, but 2-1 was kind of my position and how I played.
Yeah,
I was more of a combo guard, so I kind of used that.
Ben, name 2 other famous 21 imports to play here in Melbourne. Think all Melbourne franchises.
Well, Leonard Copeland.
1.
Shout out to.
You're not going to get the second. I think you're going to say one I know you're going to say, but I know another great one.
Off the top of my head, I can't get another number 21.
Robert Rose. Check him out, man.
Check him out.
I played with Rob. Rob was 42 years old and I was a rookie. I learned so much from that guy. He was an incredible player, man. Rob. Shout out, Rob, if you're watching. Another one from Matt on Facebook. This would be an interesting one because I know you like to get out and about. You like to see a bit of town. What's your favourite restaurant in Melbourne? Now, we've got one we can talk about.
We got one we can talk about.
We can talk about.
I'm not going to go there.
We're not going to go there just yet.
Yeah.
But your favourite restaurant?
Probably, I've taken my family there. I think it has, right now, I'm going with Chin Chin.
Chin Chin, ooh, great spot.
Yeah, really, it's so consistent. I like the vibe there, but the food is really, really
so
good.
loud in there, the music, but it's great.
It's good, I love it.
It's a good spot, Chin Chin. Now, I say you just finished practice and you were like a little bit hungry and just on your way home, you just needed a quick bite to eat. Where would you stop?
You know, right now, because I'm living in Brighton now, you know, right up the street.
Yeah.
So I can go, Chicken Lads.
Oh.
That's my place.
What a spot. Chicken Lads, Hampton.
It's a really good place.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Say good day to Sam for us. Now, this is from Find Your Groove Today on Instagram. That's their name, Find Your Groove Today. Okay. What advice would you give to a young baller starting out?
If I'm speaking from experience, is to always have fun first. I think I started out playing outside in my driveway, playing in the neighborhood, you know, pulling goals up to the curb.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's when I found the joy for it. And
you're not out hiring coaches and all this kind of crazy stuff. There's a lot of that now.
I'm just like the love for the game. I mean, all that stuff will take care of itself, but I think the love right now is what keeps me going. You know, because even though I know it's a job now, it's just the love for it.
One thing, as I've kind of like finished and stepped away a bit now, the one thing I've been telling kids is don't be scared to like be proud of what you did out on the floor, man. Like someone asks you how, tell them what you did out there. You know, I think a lot of guys, particularly myself, I don't know others, we're quite hard on ourselves at times. You've got to give yourselves a break. And if you're young and you're like that, it's going to be hard, man. So give yourself some flowers out there, kids, you know, for sure. Caitlin on Instagram, what's your favorite pregame song?
I don't know if I have a favorite, but the one I'm going to right now is probably On One Tonight by Gunna. I'm not a big fan of. I don't know who he's talking about, but I'm sure the young people at home would absolutely. Some people do.
The people who need to know, right?
Exactly.
So, I'm different generation, man. I think I'm the same age as your brother, right? We're similar age. Yeah. No, shout out to Ian's brother.
Did you ever pump up? What was your pump up song?
Mine, I had my first car was a 1998 Mitsubishi Magna.
Oh wow!
League sponsor back 20 years ago. I didn't have a CD player. So I had a crappy tape deck, an AC/DC tape deck that I used to rewind right to the spot, Thunderstruck by AC/DC.
Oh, wow.
Real original stuff, man. Come in juiced up, come out there, give them my 17 minutes, do my work, then go to the nightclub after. That was the ritual. Then train Monday, of course.
Train Monday.
That was good times up there in Townsville. A few other quick things, coming back to Australia, have you had a chance to get out to the footy?
I haven't. I wanted to.
I know you've been corrupted by one of my teammates.
Go Pies.
No, man.
Shout out Collingwood, man. I got to
He got absolutely corrupted by
I'm going to wear my
Delhi
jerseys to the games this year, so watch out for me.
Bit of an off season ahead for the Pies. Any reason why you go for the Pies besides Delhi?
I think it's probably because of Delhi. He was the first person to come and grab me by the shoulder, man, put me on his wing. So nobody else told me anything about footy.
We're a bit late to the party.
Yeah, y'all late, man.
A bit late to the party.
I'm loyal, so I'm staying.
And Benny, you had a good weekend, mate?
I did. I'm a big Lions fan. Whole family big Lions fans.
Lions fans.
We were all at the game. Very exciting.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice,
so
nice.
It wasn't the most, thrilling game because it was sort of in hand after halftime.
He was nervous. I was texting him. Even when they were up 15 goals, I was like, man, I think you'll be okay now, mate.
I didn't want to.
Couldn't lose it from you.
I didn't want to say anything and jinx it because 2 weeks ago we came back from 44 points down to keep going. So I didn't want to jinx anything, but we were all pretty up and about. I think my brother it was the day before my brother's 30th birthday as well.
Nice.
And
nice.
Shout out to your brother.
Shout out to
he'll appreciate that.
Ben's
Shout out, Marcus.
Only 30. I remember when I was 30.
But yeah, I couldn't go out and celebrate because I had to get the bus home and cover our game on Saturday night.
Oh, what a mate, man of the year. Nick, are you listening to this?
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Benny and his appreciation for his job. First home game Sunday, John Cain Arena. Talk to me about it. You excited?
I'm excited.
Tickets are running hot. Phone has not stopped ringing.
I love our Sunday games because the early games is pretty.
And then you can just go and you can go play and you go and chill.
Man, but
Sunday fun day.
Getting up and getting right to it. But I'm excited, man. Being the first home game, being back this year, obviously, and I know the fans are going to come out and be excited. I know they're itching to get out there and cheer us on. So
it's been a funny start to the year with the Blitz and the Hoop Fest and being away. But you got to go Perth first, of course.
Yeah,
I completely forgot about that as well. But no, we're super excited for Sunday. If you haven't got your tickets, get out there, get on Ticket Tech, get on the webpage. If you want to sponsor a player, call me. Anything else you want to do, sponsorship wise, call me. Commission, talk to me. Very good, man. Thanks for coming in today. It's been a great episode here on the Extra Pass, presented by Chemist Warehouse, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, brother.